Welcome back to the News at 10. Residents of Karamajiji, a settlement in the Federal Capital Territory, have criticized the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company for high electricity bills that they're served with on a regular basis. The residents say electricity supply in the community is at an all-time low. Our correspondent, Linda Kigbe, explains.
This bumpy, untarred road leads into Karamajiji, one of the numerous settlements in the Federal Capital Territory. Karamajiji is just a few meters from the Abuja city gates. But despite its closeness to the city center, it shares absolutely none of the amenities which FCT residents, at least those living in the city center, can boast of. It has neither pipe-borne water, primary basic healthcare center, nor good roads. But residents here say the major problem which they are daily confronted with is the epileptic electricity in the community.
Why I say we feel government present? When they were doing election.
Bodi Oshuntoku is a resident of Karamajiji. He says the electricity situation here is appalling.
I have been in this Karamajiji for over 3 years plus. Since I came to this Karamajiji, my fridge have never worked one day because of problem of light.
Some residents told Channel Television that it's bad enough that they do not have regular electricity, but what is more frustrating is the electricity bills they are handed with every month end.
In respect to NEPA bills, I would say that it is very funny, in the sense that we don't have meters that we are using in our respective houses. So they do bring bill, anything at all they like, they'll bring it to us. I remember there was a time that you were paying just about 2,000. All of a sudden, they increased it to 7,000.
Light situation is very worst in the Karamajiji. They are giving us amount of bill, which is no light in Karamajiji. As we are having light now, you cannot carry any, even television, you can't carry it. Even charge phone, you cannot carry it. And every month, they give us 13,000 naira per month.
Bayo Jegede also lives in Karamajiji. He offers to take me to his home and show me his electricity bills, which he says is not proportionate with the electricity provided every month. Photocopy originals.
October is 2,440 from 20. November 11,571. I have to go back there. When I got there, I said, how come about this bill? Say that that's what they decide to give. Okay, that's what they decide to give. Okay, I will decide what to pay. I will not even pay. So see that I don't even pay.
His next door neighbor is eager to also show me his electricity bill.
On 29 May 2015, then bring 13,733 for us to pay. I went there, I personally, to ask them, why is this supposed to be? They said that is how government increase it.
With the absence of meters in this community, how then does the distribution company bill the residents? We arranged a meeting with a spokesman of the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company to get answers to these questions.
It is an abnormal situation to expect that your electricity bill will be constant. It's an abnormality. I mean, because you cannot accurately regulate what you consume. Even where you have a meter in your house, you cannot accurately regulate what you consume. That, okay, month A, I will consume 3,000 naira worth of energy, especially for those who are even the postpaid meter, even the prepaid meter customers. There are situations you have more visitors, but maybe during holiday period, or maybe the weather is cold, or maybe there is a particular program you like watching. Any issue could come up.
Mr. Fadikwe also explained how the company bills customers.
There are estimation methodology. One of them is the historical, the other one is the grid factor. Now, for the historical, it's a matter of what did he consume last month? What did he consume the previous month? What is he likely to consume in the third month? I mean, you take a statistical analysis of that and you begin to do an average.
The Abuja Electricity Distribution Company plans to roll out 100,000 meters to customers in 2016 to reduce the number of people without meters. This number of meters is not enough to cater for thousands of residents without meters. Nevertheless, the rollout is expected to address the problems of overbilling and give customers confidence that they are paying exactly for electricity consumed. Mimba Kibi, Channels Television News.
Let's switch lanes now to business news with Anne Mamudo.
First Bank. You first.
Hello and welcome to Business News. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the National Planning Commission to go back to the drawing board on the 2016 budget. According to this directive, the Commission is to produce the framework that will reduce recurrent expenditure and prioritize developmental projects. The President gave the directive after receiving a briefing from the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Dr. Basi Akpayong, at the Presidential Villa. Dr. Akpayong informed President Buhari that Nigeria cannot achieve real development without adequate investment in capital and infrastructural projects. The value of the naira is expected to strengthen against the US dollar in the coming weeks, and this is the view of BDC operators who reacted to the sudden dip of the greenback from 242 naira to 220 naira in the parallel market over the weekend. There are expectations that the dollar will further tumble against the naira at the parallel market this week as deposit money banks continue to reject cash deposit on foreign currencies into customers' domiciliary accounts. The naira appreciated against the dollar at the parallel market last week after banks stopped their customers from making cash deposits of dollar, pound, and euro into their domiciliary accounts. Some deposit money banks in the country have started publishing the names of their delinquent debtors. 269 companies and the few individuals are said to be owing 4 of the banks the sum of 70.51 billion naira. According to this report, those who owed Sky Bank PLC, Diamond Bank PLC, Sterling Bank PLC, and Fidelity Bank PLC had failed to service their loans for at least 365 days, forcing the banks to categorize them as non-performing loans. Although the lists include firms that with non-performing loans of 10 years and above, over 70% of the debtors took the loans in the last 3 to 4 years. More banks are expected to publish the names of their debtors with non-performing loans during the week. A gathering of young entrepreneurs meeting in the nation's capital, Abuja, say the introduction of tax incentive is a great step in boosting their businesses. The entrepreneurs list poor power supply, high interest rates, inconsistent policies, and even lack of mentorship as some of the obstacles to the growth of their businesses. The introduction of entrepreneurship courses in basic and tertiary institutions is set to be a means of avoiding over-dependence on white-collar jobs.
One of the critical problems that we face is power. Some of us who are into manufacturing and processing, there's no required power, to do business. We're spending a lot in diesels, buying diesels and all that. And the issue of access to credit, it's a critical problem that we face. Some of us don't get money from Nigeria. We go abroad to borrow money to do business. So, if you get money from the Nigerian banks, it's as if you're working for the banks. So we need to create policy, deliberate policy, tax incentives for young people doing business to encourage them. So those are the things that will encourage young people to do business. I've seen a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends that started business. Today, their business have been closed down because there's no, proper encouragement on the part of government.
Well, the Nigerian bulls posted a close in the green today, up 0.22% at 30,247.83 points. Bolaji Akinwale has the details of the day's closing figures.
Welcome to the Stock Market Report.
After a string of bearish sessions that saw the all-share index shed 9.8% in July, the Nigerian bourse posted a close in the green, up 0.22% at 30,247.83 points. Guinness earns top spot on the gainers chart, up 3.9% to 130 naira 2 kobo. Filter oil posted a 1.06% change in share price, while flour mills' share price went up 4.93% to 1 naira 43 kobo. Total, UACN, and Northern Nigeria Flour Mills PLC are on the losers table. Total shed 1.84% of its share price. UACN lost 5.26% down to 36 naira, while Northern Nigeria Flour Mills shared 4.97%. Zenith Bank, UBA, and Continental Insurance pushed up volumes today. Investors exchanged Zenith Bank's 70.78 million shares. UBA sold 60.84 million, while Continental Insurance had 47.2 million shares transacted. By the close of trading, 320 million shares have been exchanged for 3.5 billion naira in 3,277 deals. And that's a quick check on the day's trading figures. I am Bolaji Akinwale.
Thanks a lot, Bolaji. Well, that's it on Business News. I'm Anne Nwawade. We'll take a quick look at the global market figures for now.
First Bank. You first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria Wrestling Federation President Daniel Igari says the country has talented wrestlers who can win medals at the All Africa Games. Details in sports news. Please stay with us.